Hello, I'm in the hallway. I don't know whether it'll make it any better, but here I am on my trusty phone. I suppose I should have probably expected this. So if anyone's back here, hello, it's echoey in here. Echo, echo, echo. And I don't know whether it'll stay, but I've got a bit of internet connection, which I don't have anywhere else in the house at the moment, which is unfortunate. But if you've come back, hello. Hello to you. Yeah, so this week I've been metal detecting. I was just saying, if you go back to the very stoppy starting thing before, I'm not going to go back upstairs. But basically, hello again. Basically, I went looking with my metal detector in the garden, and I dug up quite a lot of the lawn because it said that there was going to be something better than copper, because I put it to the highest setting, and I found some stuff. What turned out to be a €1 piece from Spain, which was so badly corroded that I thought it was something ancient from like 200 years ago. It was really bad. But then I looked at it really closely last night, and then I realised it said Espan, and then I scraped a little bit, and then a big chunk of it fell out. So it can't have been any earlier than 1999, because that's when Spain joined the Eurozone, I believe. And so, hello mummy, and so my mother's just come through the corridor door. And so, oh, she's there. And so it's very badly corroded indeed, and it's disappointing, I suppose. But I suppose it's less disappointing because when I touched it and all of it fell off, if that had been a really precious coin and I touched it and it all fell off, then I would have been really upset. Whereas as it is, it wasn't. It was just a useless €1 falling apart. I don't know what that's worth. A penny? Nearly a penny? More than a penny? I don't know. Whatever it's worth, not very much. So that was briefly exciting. I also found 3 nails, a lump of some unnameable metal, a pearl button, which I didn't really need a metal detector to find because it was made of pearl. The end of what I think was probably a clothesline, like the umbrella ones. Probably, I was like, is this exciting? No. Was it the end of a tennis racket? No. And some bits of wire that was probably on a trellis or something. So exciting. And I dug up quite a lot of the lawn, and I was going to put it back. I sort of got the turf and I was going to put it back, but I got distracted and I went down the end of the garden, and when I came back, my father was like, no, you've messed up my lawn, what have you done? And he was very angry for hours and hours and hours. Oh, something else I found. After I gave that up, I looked a little bit, and I went near the path, and I found something. I was like, whoa, and I started digging, and I thought, mate, is this a pot? It's like a square. I was like, what's this? And then I realised, when I looked on the one side, it said something like 3x11, and I thought, this is either a battery or a fence post, I think. And it turned out that I think that my father had put a fence post up there about 20 years ago, and that's all it was. But it was very solid. So that was exciting. I was out there for about 2 hours, so I did quite a lot of exercise. I was so tired. This was yesterday. I am very tired still. I had a really hot bath, and I was still like, oh. I fell asleep on the sofa for about 2 hours. So that was fun. And then it's been raining ever since, so I haven't really been able to go and explore any further with my metal detector. But to be honest, I'm a bit over it now, because if all I can find is some old euros and some nails, I can do that anyway. Just dig anywhere, just find them in a drawer, basically, because we've got quite a lot of drawers. Oh, what's in here? It's exactly what I found in the garden. So that was very exciting. So yeah, I'm trying. I don't know whether anybody is actually watching this now because nobody's answered and there might not be any internet connection. But basically, if you get a metal detector, it's really fun, but ultimately disappointingly futile and fruitless and very disheartening, especially when you've messed up the lawn and you get shouted at by your father. It's like being a child again, really. And so what else have I been doing? I've been trying to lose weight, and I've been on a diet for over a month. Good evening, Terry. Over a month I've been on a diet, and yet I seem to have lost no weight at all. In fact, I measured myself and I actually weighed more with my clothes off than with them on, which was surprisingly weird. But I put a Facebook post up where I put it the wrong way around. So it said that I weighed more with my clothes on than off, which is the normal way of things, which you would think would be the case, but it is not. It's the other way around. So I don't know. I think I am a bit skinnier by the look of it. Look at this. Skinny arms. Yes. Not like my fat arms from years ago. Yes. So that's probably where I've lost weight. Nowhere else. A lot more than I was. That's all I know. So, swings and roundabouts, live and learn. My father he's been watching loads of YouTube. He saw that if you have matcha green tea, it's supposed to be really good, and you can just drink that with some lemon juice and stuff before you go to bed, and you'll lose all the weight. So he made me order some of that online. I very much doubt that it will do any good at all, but I had some vouchers and I thought I may as well get some, and then it's something to do, isn't it? So I'll be drinking matcha green tea. Woohoo! Excitement. Gotta have a bit of excitement. It's coming up to the time where I would have been going to Edinburgh for my show, which I didn't write because I'm not going there. It was going to be a live version of What's That Vegetable, but as I'm not going, I did not write a live version of What's That Vegetable, so I will not subject you to that. But I'm thinking about doing maybe something live every day at about the same time that I would have had a show, which is about 4:30. But it probably won't be that What's That Vegetable. Yes, exactly. Most people have put on a bit of weight, but I was a little bit more than I should have been before, so it's sort of like it maybe exacerbated it, but and you can't get out much. But maybe all that 2 hours digging things up in the garden yesterday has made all the difference and kick-started, because I didn't realise that it had been more than a month since I started trying to eat healthily. It made no difference at all to anything. It's just like, I may as well not have bothered. I may as well have just eaten cake and pie for the whole month, and I probably would have had exactly the same result. So I really don't know whether that's my scales or the metabolism or just, I don't know. Anyway, I needed to, because none of the clothes that I brought here, because I only came here for 2 weeks, and it's been 3 or 4 months. So most of the clothes that I brought, which wasn't many, I just bought half a suitcase, and hello Tobias, how are you? So I brought my suitcase, and I can't really fit into any of the clothes that I bought in the suitcase, and so it's been a little bit like, because I can't go out anywhere, not that I'm going out anywhere, so I'm wearing pyjamas most of the time because that's all that fits me. Good, I'm very glad. Aries, as in the god of war, Tobias, that's good. Anyway, so, yes, Philip, but I think that's the same story for everyone. But I think since I measured myself about 3 days ago, and I was like, I've lost no weight. I think I might have lost 1 pound. So it's taken 6 weeks almost to lose 1 pound by eating quite a lot. Hiya! Hello. So Tobias and Benji are here now. Welcome. They said when they were here that they come and they say hello and then they go away again. So it's like, what do you do in these live streams? Not an awful lot. I say hello to my nephews and then they go away, and then I just say nothing for it. Aries the star sign. But you're not Aries the star sign, are you? You're Leo. Interesting. I'm Aries, yes. So are you Leo? Maybe not. Gemini. I don't know. Are you? Are you? Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Having discussions about star signs. Okay. Aries is in April and March, isn't it? Except I did see that there was yes, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But it is a fire sign. Leo is a fire sign and Aries is a fire sign. Now, I don't know whether I believe in astrology. Oh, okay. I see. Well, that's cleared that up. But they have changed them all around anyway, haven't they? Because the stars have changed position in the last 3,000 years. So wherever you think you are, you're something else instead. Not that it makes much difference, really, out of it. Goodbye. We came in and then went, bye-bye. See you. Have a nice sleep, and I'll see you soon. As I say, they come in and then they go out again. So that's been really exciting that I've dug up the entire garden to find very little, really, of any use at all. It's quite a nice button. Oh, you're not going? Yes, you are. Hello from Hickory, North Carolina. You're not going? Yes, you are. Okay. Well, that's definite. And, yeah. So what else have I done this week? Not a lot. I ordered the green tea. I dug up the garden. And what else? I'm sure there must be something. There must be something. I signed up for a thing to write a novel, which you're supposed to spend the whole of the month finishing your novel. Oh, hello. Hello, Benji's still here. But I thought maybe I can write something, because I'm like, I've got to write something, but it finishes on the 31st, and I'm thinking, oh, hello, still, Tobias is still here as well. I haven't really written anything. I keep going, I'll write something today, or do something today, but as I say, I'm thinking of in August, when I would have been in the festival in Edinburgh, I am going to do something every day. Now, I can't guarantee what that will be. Flowers and fruit and vegetables. There's blueberries in the garden, and I've picked some blueberries. We've had to cover up the bushes because the birds, there was this great big starling that was getting in and eating all the blueberries. There was like loads of things ready, and previous years there hasn't been really enough to pick, but this year it's like, look at that crop, it's going to be amazing. But no, because the birds ate them all before I got to them. But then we put a big thing over it to cover it up, but then they still got in. So now we've got like a veil over the blueberry bush and pegs closing it. So I actually got 3 or 4 blueberries the other day, so that's good. But I have to wash them a lot because the birds have been at them. And we've got apples coming, and beans and tomatoes and lots of herbs. But we've also got rats in the garden, so anything that you eat you have to wash a lot because there are very big, like that big, really huge rats. And birds, lots of birds, and squirrels, and also one of the birds is yes, lots of birds. The big birds come across. It's a guinea fowl, which has got like dotty feathers on the end, and it's a great big fat bird. There used to be 2, and now there's only 1. So we get them, and there's a lot of wildlife in the garden. And I've filmed things in the last couple of months. There's one of them still. It still comes in, but its friend isn't alive anymore, very sadly. They did at one point have eggs, these guinea fowl, but apparently guinea fowl aren't very good parents. So one of them laid the eggs and then just left them there, and then they just died, which is sad. And now there's only 1, so we're not going to get more eggs and no more guinea fowl, which is sad. But it is a handsome bird, and I've got a video of it on my channel. It says dinosaur bird. It's not really a dinosaur, but it does look a lot like a dinosaur. So we also grow lots of flowers in the garden, and it's a nice garden. I'm sure there's video somewhere of it. Bye. But I dug up most of the lawn now, trying to find treasure, and I did not find. All right then, I'll see you soon then. I did not find treasure. As you can see, I found just €1 and some nails and a pearl button. It's a nice pearl button. But also, while I was doing it, I had a shirt on that had little mother of pearl buttons, and 3 of them fell off. So I've also lost buttons. It wasn't one of the ones that I lost. Hello, Ed. It wasn't one of the ones that I lost that I found. But if I have lost it, then somebody in a future generation can dig it up and go, what's this? A mother of pearl button, but it's so far from the sea. Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. So in August, I will be doing, if possible, shows at about 4:30 for as many days as I can stand it. I might still do this one on Sunday, the Buttons of Paris, exactly. But I don't know what it's going to be. Like, it was going to be, what's that vegetable? But now it will just be probably me talking Discovered Tweet, exactly. Just me talking, the same as always, about a variety of topics, maybe. Maybe I'll ask beforehand, what shall this show be about today? And people will go, it will be about dolls, killer dolls, and I will have a whole hour about killer dolls. Or it will be about mushrooms, and I will have a whole hour about mushrooms. And then somebody else will, I don't know, somebody else will say, I would like a show about the history of buttons. And I'll go, well, I found a button in the garden. The history of buttons. Ooh. So that'll be the best Edinburgh show that never was in the world ever. Oh, yeah, killer dolls and mushrooms, exactly. Fridge magnets. Oh, yes. So this is my fridge magnet. A PowerPoint about fridge magnets. This is amazing. Maybe I will do some sort of Zoom. You can do presentations in a Zoom, and I will do a presentation about the fridge magnets. La 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 la. One thing, I've got a microphone now, a professional microphone for doing podcasts. So maybe I will do podcasts every day, and I will have special guests. Special guests like this plastic flower that I've just found, and then I will interview this plastic flower. And it will be very exciting. Egbert a fridge magnet, eh? That's a very interesting thing. So that. And yeah, one thing though, I did notice that I got an email saying that the Fringe Society is asking for videos. So they're going to have like 1 minute videos and they'll stream them. And I uploaded one of my vegetable videos because I was going to do the show about vegetables. But unfortunately, it was 5 seconds too long. So it will, I think it was I can't remember. Anyway, it's one of the vegetable videos that I've completely forgotten what it was. And I wasn't sure that it got uploaded properly because it was getting a bit confusing. And but they apparently cut the last, if it's more than 60 seconds, they'll cut the end off. So if you do see it on their site, it will be me and then I will blah, blah, blah. And then I will be cut off in the last 5 seconds, and then you will never know, except for the fact that it is also on my channel, and then you'll have to see it again in order to see it all the way through and see that last 5 seconds. It doesn't make any sense without that 5 seconds, probably does, to be honest. It doesn't make much difference, but it does mean that whatever I was saying got cut off, because normally I put a little bit on the end where I can put like next videos coming, but I didn't do that on this one. It was just dead stop, and there was no there wasn't anywhere. I thought, can I cut it somewhere? I thought, no, probably. So who knows? But you can probably go and see that whenever they put them up. I don't know if mine gets put up even. And also, the free fringe that I was going to do is going to advertise all the shows that would have been going and where they would have been and what time. As I said, my show would have been at 4:30 at the Wild Yarrow, which was it's on Northbridge, I think, very near, if you know Edinburgh. Really? Wow, that's very exciting. Northbridge is very near. Yeah, it's on Northbridge. There's another thing that's quite near. Like an Italian restaurant, I can't remember. Ciao Roma. It's about, I think it's 2 doors away from Ciao Roma. I might be wrong here. I might be completely wrong about where Wild Yarrow was. It's north of the South Fringe. It's north of the South Bridge. Possibly, yes. It's north of the South Bridge. That's where it is. Well, I'm not going to, as I said, because I'm not going to Edinburgh because it's been cancelled this year. You're not missing anything, Scott. Really, there's nothing to see. I think they might have some shows because I think people that are already in Scotland are going to be able to do a few live shows. I'm not sure how safe it is, but I'm not in Scotland at the moment, and it's a long way to go for like one-off shows. So I will not be going up there, but I will still be advertised as would have been here if it was possible. I've probably saved a little bit of money because it was several £100s to stay on accommodation, and then it was out of town, so I would have had to travel in every day on the bus, and I would have had to buying food, and I would have had to publicise it. Good evening, Andy. And so maybe it's good that I'm not there. I mean, I'm going to miss it, but I'm not there. So, you know, I'm not going to have FOMO. I'm not going to have fear of missing out, because there is nothing to miss out on. Nobody else is there either. This is sort of a relief, really, that, you know how you struggle and struggle. You're like, I've got to get somewhere. And then in the end, you're just like, what's the point? And that's possibly where I am at the moment. I'm like, what's the point? That was my knees in the way. That's like, what's the point? Really, what's the point? Edinburgh is so nice, but I won't be there this year. My mum, we were watching Funny Face earlier, and my mum was like, oh, I like Paris, didn't see enough of Paris, I suppose I'll never see Paris now. And it's like, oh, that's possible, because all the travel restrictions at the moment, like everybody that's gone to Spain is going to have to self-isolate and quarantine for 2 weeks if they've gone to Spain. Probably shouldn't have gone to Spain. So there's still really not many places you can go. So who knows? You can't go to America at the moment. You can't go to quite a lot of places. And lots of places that you do go, you're just going to have to lock yourself away for 2 weeks afterwards. And I think my mum's going to have an eye operation soon. I don't know whether it's before I go back to London. But she's going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks in the back room. So if I am here, I don't know whether I can go anywhere, because I'm going to have to make sure that I don't go anywhere that will make her not be able to have the eye operation. So I possibly will have to quarantine for a little while. But that's, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know what exciting things I can do, except for doing daily shows, and maybe I'll work out, because I did do podcasts a few years ago when I worked for Radio Peckham, and I could do some more. I can't really do. I've got them. I've got the microphone now, so I've got that possibility of doing it, and I got a guard thing, that came. I ordered it from the internet. It cost £5. Oh, I'm just looking at this big spider. It's just all legs, tiny little body and all legs. Anyway, I won't show you because you might be scared of spiders, but it's an interesting spider. Anyway, it was a round thing, £5, and it's got the sort of thing that you can clamp on, and you can bend it around and make sure that pop shield, that's it, a pop shield, exactly. And it came in a thing that said it was leggings. So basically it's leggings on a crochet circle with a little bendy neck thing. I'm not going to kill the spider. I like spiders. Spiders are lovely. Spiders are very nice indeed. So, I probably have, Ed, but that would be in that there London at the moment. So that there London isn't going to be doing me much good. It's quite far from where I am. So this one, my uncle gave it to me last week, this microphone. He came around and he handed it to me at a distance, and then we waved, and then he went, because he said that he is not used. He's a musician. He records songs and stuff, and he's got a different one, so he didn't need this anymore, which was very generous, I thought. And a lot of people were like, I've got a microphone, I can get you a microphone, I can give you money for a microphone. And I'm like, oh, I don't, because I've had quite a lot of people, very generous offers, and I didn't know what to do. So I was like, I'm never going to get a microphone, because I'm just like overwhelmed by everyone saying this. But since my uncle's just up the road, and he's my uncle, and he said that he had it spare, and it doesn't require sending it through the post or paying or anything like that, I thought, yeah, all right, thank you very much. That's exactly what I need. So that's good. So I'm not sure, I haven't really tested it yet. Hello, hi Matt. I haven't really tested it yet, but I know it works. And I downloaded Audacity and some other stuff. And it's a good job I did, because also I saw that there was a free trial of some editing software for video. And what I usually use is VideoPad, but I updated VideoPad, and since I updated VideoPad, it said, oh, now you have to pay if you want to use VideoPad. And I don't want to pay you, VideoPad. I've been using it for 10 years for free. I don't want to pay you for it. So you shouldn't have let me have it for free if you want me to pay for it. So now I've got different video software which I need to learn to use. So if I am going to do any videos, I need to learn to use the editing. And so it might take longer than normal. So I might... Snakes can fly and sharks can walk on land now, Andy. Is that what's... Yes, very true. That is very true. And spiders. I've got 100 legs now. That's the truth. So... that is basically my life. I'm going to work out how to use my editing software and other stuff. This time I think I sort of said that I was involved in an online thing last week. A performance. Forgotten words. A performance for the Tolpuddle Martyrs. And so that was good. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Ed. I'm still here though. And... that was fun, but I did see somebody there that I hadn't seen for a while, and I was like, oh. So it's been a week for people that have blast from the past, people that I haven't seen for a while, and you'd think staying in your house that you wouldn't come into contact with people that you'd not seen for a while, that you'd be fairly safe, but it turns out no, hundreds of people that I hadn't seen for a while that suddenly coming and appearing, and I'm going, oh, hello. I didn't expect to see you again, other person. So there's been a great deal of surprises. It's very much like the digging up of the coin. The coin was unexpected and probably shouldn't have been there and was a little bit rotten. And that's what I felt when I saw the guy in the Tolpuddle thing. Oh, it's given away too much, given away the gender of the person. Maybe they don't identify as a guy anymore. I don't know. I think they do, but I mustn't make assumptions, must I? Anyway, whoever they are, which I won't say, I'll never say, I was a bit like, oh no! I probably mentioned that last week. I don't know, it's still a bit raw last week. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just like, still like, oh no, trying to process it. But I've had a week, I've processed it, I'm over that now, and somebody else appeared out of nowhere since then, several people actually. So it's been a week. It's been a week of discovering and digging things up and finding things out but not really doing any writing, which is what I'm meant to do. I'm like, I should do something creative. What can I do creative? Nothing. I'm just gonna not do anything. But it is what it is. Really is what it is. So I don't know. Maybe I'm going to go now and I'll probably see Downton Abbey, the last series, which I'm pretty sure I've seen before. Have I? Maybe I have. I can't remember now. I know I've seen some Downton Abbey. I can't remember how much of Downton Abbey I did see though. I haven't seen the film. I know that. And Julian Fellows is a bit of a Nazi, isn't he? Maybe I'm casting aspersions. Maybe that's somebody else. I'm thinking maybe that wasn't him. Or was it? I don't know. I'm sure he's a very nice person. Write some comedy material for your shows. That's all very well for you to say. But I'm just basically like, blank. Nothing. So if it comes, it'll be an accident. If I come up with any material or do anything creative, it will be an accident. Because when I try to sit down and do anything, I'm just like... And 2 hours later... Yes, well, Scott, you've already come up with that saying, so that's yours now. But, yeah, I don't know. So, anyway, recap. I found things in the garden. I might make the video of that. I might not because I need to get to grips with the editing software, and also I didn't really find anything. but maybe that was the point of the video. And I also went to Pontypool Park. I haven't made a video of that. There's very many things. Like I did a garden safari weeks ago. There's loads of videos. I'm just like, I make them and I don't get around to finishing things. And that's pretty much the story of my life. I've got a big pile of novels that have half been finished. Like get to about 62,000 words and like, oh, does it have to be longer? Yes. Can't think of anything. That's it now. But maybe I'll finish something one day. Maybe. You never know. Anyway, I will leave you to it now. I will go and I will think about what needs to be done and have a cup of tea and sit down. Cup of tea. That's probably what I will do. That's very productive, having a cup of tea. Yeah. Anyway, see you next week. Maybe see you before that. When is August? August is on Sunday. That's true, Scott. Sunday is August the 1st, and therefore my show... No, actually, I would... Hang on. Maybe I wouldn't have started the Edinburgh show till the week after that. I'll find out when Edinburgh would have been, which is possibly actually the 7th of August. So I've got a whole week to write a show. I got longer than I thought. So, yeah, I haven't got any money coming in for the next foreseeable future, though, because I was on furlough and I stopped being on furlough next week. And then that's the end of that. No money forevermore. I do need some serious time travel, you're right. Anyway, I'm going to go now. It's been more than 30 minutes and it's enough. You've had enough of me. Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Except for me. Still in the corner. With my doll. By the way, I gave my niece a Mulan doll. Great seeing you. I'm still here though. I gave my niece a Mulan doll. I said, oh, I've got this Mulan doll. Do you want it? So she's only little. And my mum went looking for it. She said, is this the Mulan doll? I'm like, does that look like Mulan to you? And she said, well, I was wondering. I'm like, this is not Mulan. This is definitely... I mean, I don't know whether I know Hollywood has made another version of Mulan, but maybe if it was made 20 years ago, that would be the Hollywood version of Mulan. It's not. Anyway, that's a Barbie. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.